Hey guys! It's time for my February book haul, and I truthfully didn't think I was going to have a book haul this month because at the beginning of the month I only bought like 3 books and I was like, I'll just haul them in March. But I ended up seeing a few books that I wanted on the book outlet, and you know, with the book outlet, if you see a book you want, you better snatch it up while you can or it'll be gone next time you get on there. So I ended up buying quite a few books from the book outlet as well. So that's where I'm going to start. The book that I was most excited to get was The Diabolik by S.J. Kincaid. And I've heard terrific things about this book, even though I don't know a whole lot about it, because I really just want to go into it without knowing anything, because I find that I enjoy books more that way. But I could not pass it up when I saw it at the book outlet because it was like super cheap, and this is a recently released book. The next book I got was Under the Lights by Abby Glines. And this is the second book to her Field Party trilogy. I believe it's a trilogy. I just finished the first book last month, and I believe you can read all of them as standalones. It doesn't really matter, but I want to read them in order. And I really enjoyed the first book, so I decided to go ahead and buy the second book. The main characters of this book is Gunnar and Willa. Willa, I don't recall ever even hearing about in the first book, and Gunnar, we don't really know much about him except for the fact that he's one of Brady's friends. And I can't wait for the third book because that one is supposed to center around Brady, and I really want to know a lot more about him. Next I have Deadfall by Anna Carey, and this is the second book to the Blackbird duology, and it's a very, very short duology. I don't know a whole lot about this duology. I know in the first book, the main character wakes up in the middle of train tracks in Los Angeles with no memory whatsoever. They are given a backpack, $1,000, a set of clothes, and a phone number, and instructions not to call the police. So, very interesting, and I have no clue where this is going to go, but I cannot wait to find out. Next I have A Match Made in High School by Kristen Walker. I read a small little summary about this book from the book outlet, and it's basically a high school project that matches 2 random people together, and throughout the year they are in a like pretend marriage, and the main character doesn't get matched up with her crush. She gets matched up with this jock that she really doesn't care for, and whose girlfriend isn't very happy about the matchup either. But it sounds really cute and funny, and I bought this when I was on a contemporary high, so I'm expecting a lot from it. Next I have For the Record by Charlotte Huang. The main character of this book ends up entering and losing a TV talent show. She's resigned to just slide back into her middle of the nowhere town until a phone call changes her life and she ends up joining a band. The only thing is, the band really doesn't like her very much, and she only has the summer tour to make the band and the fans love her, or she has to crawl back to her little town for her senior year of high school. I really cannot wait to read this book, and as far as I can remember, I haven't read any books that center around a band or touring, so really super excited to get to this, but probably will be a little bit, probably when I'm in another contemporary mood. And last but not least from the book outlet, I finally broke down and I bought a Morgan Matson box set. It has Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, Second Chance Summer, and Since You've Been Gone. All 3 books I've heard really good things about, and I'm kind of nervous to start reading any of these books because I've heard so many great things about Morgan Matson, and I really don't want to go into these books and then be disappointed, which, I mean, I don't think I am, but sometimes when my expectations get a little too high, I don't enjoy a book as much as it's meant to be enjoyed, I guess. So I'm a little nervous. Moving on to the other books I got this month. I'm first going to open this very pretty package, and I got this yesterday in the mail, and I had no clue what it was because I had not ordered anything. But it turns out it was a book that I won off Goodreads probably about 4 months ago or more. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm just now getting this book. Not sure why it's wrapped like this at all, but it was very difficult to get into. And the book was Interference by Kay Honeyman. Hope I said that right. But like I said, I won this book quite a few months ago, so I can't really remember exactly what it's about. I do remember it's a contemporary, and I was really excited about winning the book until I never got it, and it just slowly moved into the background of my mind. So I'm not going to look at what this book is about. I'm just going to go into it completely blind once I get into another contemporary mood. Which may be soon, because college is really starting to burn me out and it's like only the first week. So I'm going to need some easy reads. The next book I have is Library of Souls by Ransom Riggs. And getting this book means that I have the entire trilogy. And I can already tell you, just because I have the trilogy does not mean I'm going to read these books right away, because college, like I said, is burning me out. So yeah, it'll probably be either after school is over or probably around September when I read this series, because I'm going on vacation in September. So I'll need some good reads for that. And I've heard so many great things about this series, even though I know little to nothing about it. And I kind of want to keep it that way. And I'm not going to watch the movie until I've completed the series, because I don't want to take the chance that the movie's going to spoil anything for the last two books. Next I have King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard, and I was so lucky to find this at Walmart for $14. I normally don't buy books from Walmart because they're like crazy expensive compared to online stores like the Book Outlet and Books A Million, where they're like crazy cheap, and it's like I barely ever buy books from Walmart anymore. But I couldn't pass up this for $14, and it's so much bigger than expected. I'm not sure when I'm actually going to get to this trilogy, but I hope soon, because I love the idea of it. The last two books I got aren't anything you guys are probably going to be interested in. I got The Complete Guide to Editing Your Fiction by Michael Sidman. I don't know how to say his last name. And I got A Writer's Reference by Diana Hacker and Nancy Sommers. Yeah, I butchered all their names. But these are basically for when I start writing on my book. So I can I have a thing where I edit as I write the chapters, and that's probably not a good thing, but I write the chapter, then I edit it, and when I finish 10 chapters, I read through them all and edit and add stuff in as I'm going, and the book normally gets 10 edits before I even finish the book, so. But believe me, even with all those edits, there's still a lot more to do. But I figured this book would help me along the way, and this book is more or less to help me with the papers I have to write in college, but there's also a whole lot of stuff in here that can help me with my writing craft. I haven't done much more than flip through them, although I've already had to use this book for school. I'm really interested in getting a lot more writing craft books, so if you guys have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. And not only for writing craft books, if you have a book recommendation in general, leave them in the comments, because I love hearing about books you guys enjoy. Okay, so these are all the books that I bought in the month of February. And it's a lot of books, but you know, sometimes it's normal for me to buy 50 books in a month. So this is pretty good compared to that. Okay. Sitting them down. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!